health. You know, Usana is a health company, a science company. We have a holistic view of wellness. We talk about scientific excellence. I'll talk to you about that. Why we consider the science in Usana excellent. Then, of course, integrity. I've seen so many companies before, but Usana demonstrate transparency, honesty. Nothing is hidden. We are open to anybody who will ask about Usana's operation, because if you're not honest, your whatever you are working on will not last. It's only temporary. Okay? And people will find out if you are not honest. And lastly, community. Usana has a vision not only to have a good business, but for you to serve community. Usana endeavors to serve community. That's why we have healthy families in the world as a goal, right? We care for healthy families for the whole world. Okay, in the research and development in my department, what is one of our goals? And that is, the goal is to develop and provide the highest quality science-based health products. Okay? So take note, it's not only high quality, but it's also science-based. Meaning to say we endeavor to find the mechanism of actions, how do the products, work to improve health. So behind this goal, we have scientists in Usana that we all work together to achieve the goal, to provide you with a science-based product. So these are some of the scientists. There are more than 80 scientists. Sometimes it varies, the scientists may go to another country office, and so we're left with less than 80. Then sometimes we have special projects. We need more scientists, so we need more, then it expands, okay? But basically, we have 80 that are more or less always there. And here in the photo, we have our president, our CEO, Kevin Guest, and then our Chief Scientific Officer, Dr. Rob Sino. So we talk about scientific and clinical research, okay? So why are we saying Usana is on the cutting edge? Because we use the highest technology that we know. We collaborate with prestigious universities that do clinical research. We are on the cutting edge because in this industry, the dietary supplement industry, right? We are not really required to do clinical research. That's why many dietary supplement companies do not do this at all. But in Usana, we are voluntarily doing it because we want to elevate our products above the rest. We want to have proof. We want to have validation. And last year, we did more than 10 clinical trials last year. And all of them had successful results. That just shows the quality of Usana products. Sometimes you do a clinical trial, it doesn't work. But luckily, last year, everything that we did had great results. So why do we do clinical research? Because we want to make sure that the products are safe and it really works. Okay? Sometimes it's safe, but it doesn't work, right? Sometimes it may work, but it's not safe. So we want both. We want both to be in our products. And the second one, we want to identify the purity of the product ingredients. We want to make sure that the ingredients we use are also safe and pure, Sometimes there's so many people, companies there that sell ingredients, but they're not pure. They are adulterated. So we have to make sure that we test them. And then the third one, we want to make sure how does this work? Why is it so working well? So we have to discover what are the mechanisms of action. And then we do this product-specific testing that I'll talk below. For example, these are some of the research publications that came out last year. We had a cooperation with Peking University School of Public Health, and we studied a product that is related to fiber and the Nutri-Meal. And this is one very successful study that we did, published in Journal of Obesity and Nutrition and Metabolism. Okay, these are top journals. So our products showed improvement in body weight, BMI, waist circumference, and other significant findings. Visceral fat reduction. Okay. This is another food-related research. Well, this is related to the cell essentials. Okay, you have cell essentials in Indonesia, and the research showed it's published in Journal of Functional Foods. The research showed that increased levels of circulating vitamins were found, and HDL cholesterol improved. So what does that show? It shows that the cell essentials is absorbed in your body. If the increase in vitamin circulation is proven, that means to say your vitamin that you took is absorbed. See, there are some vitamins out there, preparations that you test, and you have low levels in the blood. That means to say it's not absorbed well. But this one showed good absorption. The other one is a study we did in Australia. I think you don't have this product yet, but I just want to show the kind of research that we do. It's a brain product, okay? And it's called Copper Prime. We have it in the United States and other countries. And it shows that intake of this product showed improved memory and focus, okay? So this is again published in Nutritional Neuroscience. So we have other testing like for the Tel Aviv, the skin product, it showed significant improvement in the parameters that we wanted to measure for the skin. We have the Tel Aviv regimen, and now we also have a skin brightening regimen. Now, go back. There's another study again that we just submitted. For publication. This is related to an essential oil product that will affect the mood. And another study on cell essentials. So you see, we are doing a lot of clinical trials in Usana. Even now that we have the pandemic, we have not stopped doing, but we do it in a very safe way. And we collaborate with all these universities. Right now, you see on top, University of California Department of Nutrition. We are working with them on a fiber research related to our product. University of Utah, you see down on the left, we are collaborating with them on a study related to the mood, okay, the brain. And then below, you have Central Queensland University in Australia. We collaborate with them with another brain study, okay? So we have so many collaboration with prestigious universities as well as clinical research organization. Of course, we can do our own research in Usana, which we do. But the reason we still collaborate with universities for the final studies is because we don't want people saying that, oh, they did their own research, so probably they changed the data and manipulated the data and make it sure that it will look good. No. So using these universities, third party, they do their own analysis, you know. We give them the product and it shows without bias that our products work. Okay, that's the purpose of a third party research. So again, I want to emphasize why are we doing this research? In order to develop and again to provide the highest quality science-based health products. Oh, so where the action is, where do we make these products that are science-based? So this is the building. I'm sure some of you probably already have been to the main office. It's in Utah. You know, it's not a big city. Salt Lake City is not a big city like Bangkok or Jakarta, but there's a lot of industries in there. And one of them is Usana. So Usana during the pandemic was classified as an essential manufacturing company because it makes these food products, it makes these vitamins and minerals. So it remained open. During the COVID pandemic, it remained open. But it's very strict. You know, before you enter the building, there's a lot of checking done before you're able to enter in order to avoid the spread of any virus, because we have to continue making vitamins, minerals, so you will be able to get them in Thailand and Indonesia. So one thing that we are very proud in Usana is the high quality of our products. You know, what is quality? It involves review of materials that we use, review of the final formula, prototype formulas before we make it into a final formula. The manufacturing process is also reviewed well. There's improvement is also done if it's needed, and monitoring of the products after post marketing. We do that too. You know, you can have the materials, but if the manufacturing is not good and it's not high quality, right? You can have a good manufacturing area, but the formula is not good, it's not high quality again. So all of these components should be part of a high quality production process. Okay? Actually, the last 2 weeks, there was an audit in Usana by a third party, outside agency, and Usana passed very well with high colors because all our documents, all our processes are in place. So we're very proud of that. So you see here one of the staff checking an ingredient before it is mixed to make a formula. They're very strict. They do all kinds of testing, contamination testing, whether by chemical or microbiological. They have to make sure that the products are pure or it conforms with the specifications that are received in the document. Okay, this is just one example of the mixers in Usana. You know, they mix all the materials here to make a formula. And again, this is one thing, testing and to see if we need improvements for the formula that was done. So this is one of the manufacturing process. We follow good manufacturing practices. We check here whether there are malformed capsules, whether the capsules are okay, they're not sticking together before they are bottled. So some of you have seen, you've been to the Usana that processing plant. It's very clean, you know. All around the building, there are traps for any animals so they don't go inside the building. Inside the building, they have to make sure that there are no ants or there are no cockroaches or other insects inside. You wear a special uniform, hair cover, shoe cover to make sure that you don't contaminate the product. So that's good manufacturing practice. Not anybody can enter there. You have to have some authorization. Even I, before I enter the processing plant, I have to have an authorization. I cannot just go in and out there. That's how strict it is, to make sure that you receive products that are high quality. So this is one of the testing process, I was telling you about. We test the products if do they have bacterial contamination or fungal contamination. So we test them. We test them to make sure that nothing is growing in there. Nothing is growing in your bottles when you receive it. So we have to make sure of that. And yeah, when they are put in the bottles, they are organized and cleanly put in stocks. You see here they are wrapped well, so there's less destruction of the external surface of the bottles, as well as you prevent possible contamination inside. So this is the storage area. You see how organized it is, neatly put together, clearly labeled, so there's no mix-up. We have to make sure that we are shipping the right product to Indonesia. Because if it's not labeled well, or Thailand, there might be a mix-up and you will be receiving the wrong product. So we do avoid that. And of course, everything is great until we ship it. Well, sometimes when we ship and it goes to the shipping outside the building, we are at the mercy of the courier or your post office. They may delay it, leave it outside your door for 3 days, 4 days, you don't get it, then the quality is compromised. So, but we have to make sure we tell our couriers or whoever transport our products to bring the products to you on time. So in United States or in any country where you have the products, these are registered. Okay, so the products you have in United States, we have the US FDA. In Indonesia, you have your own regulatory agency that needs to register. In Thailand, the same thing. We cannot just bring in any product. It has to be registered there. And we have all kinds of certificate wherever we go. Before we can operate something, it's not bogus. We have certificate of registration in the state or country in order to operate. And we have to make sure not only certificates of registration, that we have to make sure that we complied with good manufacturing practices. You have to have that GMP certification. Same here, it says good manufacturing practices. And you heard about USP. In United States, our products are USP grade, United States Pharmacopoeia. But since your products are made here too, so you are getting a USP grade product. So not every product out there is USP grade, but ours is USP grade. You see this? They audit companies every now and then, and Usana always have an excellent record. Okay, another certificate of registration for food establishment. That's why we were able to This picture is old, but this is renewed every now and then, so we are up to date. But just to show you that the reason we were allowed to open during the pandemic is because we are a certified food establishment. You know, many companies were closed in United States, but we were lucky we were allowed to operate. Okay, we have NSF, another third-party certification. It's very difficult to get the NSF certification, okay? First of all, it's very expensive, but the most important thing is they test your products too. They have to make sure it's pure. They have to make sure that the amount you claim on the label is really in the result of the testing they do. For example, if you claim 500 milligrams of vitamin C, but their testing showed 510 or 480, for example, so it's more and less, right? Your product will not pass. So what happens to those products that we make and they do not pass? We just throw them away. We don't sell them. So what I'm trying to say here is whatever you receive that has passed all these certifications, you are guaranteed you are getting the right amount of nutrient in there. Again, NSF. Recently, we had a sports certification for NSF. Okay. These are some examples, you know, they're difficult to get, but we have them. And I don't know why the picture is cut. Can you read it there? The picture is cut a little bit. I don't know why. But we are members of so many organizations. For example, United Natural Product Alliance, International Alliance of Dietary and Food Supplement Association, American Herbal Products Association, Personal Care Products Council, and many more, you know, many more associations that are committed to high level of science and quality of supplements. Again, to be able to be a member of these organizations, you have to really have attained a certain high credential, like Usana. So because of the high quality of our products, we have been working with a lot of sports agencies. You see below? Recently, we even have an agreement with the United States just a few months ago. United States Ski Association. That's the newest that we have. So why are these athletes so picky? Well, they have to make sure that when they test their blood or urine, you're aware of that, right? That for the Olympics or any games, the athletes are being tested for prohibited substances. And our products, they're used by them, and it's an evidence that we don't use any prohibited substances by the WADA, you know? There's a worldwide organization called World Anti-Doping Association. And this is the one that determines the list of prohibited substances. So fortunately, we don't have any of those. That's why many of the athletes use our products. Again, we have NSF certification, certified sport, you know, also by informed choice. That means to say, if you have these certifications for sport, then you don't have prohibited substances in your product. You know what prohibited substances are? Something like testosterone, steroids, those performance-enhancing products that are not natural. A lot of them are chemical and harmful to the body. You probably heard stories about that, about athletes in the Olympics in the past, that they've been using banned substances. That's why they appear very fast and very strong, but it's because they're using the prohibited substances. And now they test you for it. If you have those, you fail. Then you lose your medal. So the Usana products are guaranteed. The potency are guaranteed. That's why we test them all the time. What does potency guaranteed mean? That means to say, if we say 2 years potency, or we say expire in 2 years, it really expires in 2 years or even more. Not 1 year, not 6 months, not 1.5 years. The potency is there, guaranteed. Like, for example, we have a product, a probiotic product. When we say the bacteria, the attenuated bacteria are in there for 2 years, it's really in there for 2 years. They don't die before the expiration date. And then every year we win awards. I'm sure Ronnie and Charles and Sarini know this because they've been in Usana long enough. So every year, in 2020, it's not even finished and we have more than 20 awards already. Last year, we have more than that. 2018, we have more than that. I mean, it's not a surprise. If you're a good company, then you win awards, right? You win awards for the management, you win awards for the product, you win awards for many more categories, okay? So you are associated, dear associates in Indonesia and Thailand. You are connected with a company that is really have have a great image, a great reputation. Okay, just recently also, a few weeks ago, we just got this recognition again from Consumer Lab. So we have this Usana Essentials is Consumer Lab approved. Maybe you're all familiar with Consumer Lab, right? There's some noise coming in from my house. Sorry about that. Consumer Lab is one of the strict laboratory agencies or testing facilities. They compare a lot of vitamins, or proteins. They compare many products, and they would grade your products. They would grade your product whether it is poor or not conforming with the standards. But here you are again, Usana got a good, excellent rating from Consumer Lab. And recently, another noise. There's so many people walking by me. Recently, Essentials was patented in the US. Probably you read in the past that it says patent pending, right? You probably read that in the marketing materials. But now we got a patent only a few months ago. So we are proud of that. It's very difficult to get a patent, you know that. Sometimes you wait for 5 years, 7 years. Finally, we got it. And we're proud of it because that's the intelligence technology that has been patented. And this intelligence complex, these are the ones that are patented. Lipoic acid, the meriva, which is like a seaweed, algae actually, curcumin, green tea extract, quercetin, rutin, hesperidin, resveratrol, our special olive oil, and all these form the intelligence complex. And maybe another time we'll talk about the intelligence technology, which is a little bit complicated to understand. But all it says is that these ingredients support a network of cell signaling pathways in the body. And you know, these cell signaling pathways are very important in the body. If they're working well, if they're functioning well, then your body is healthy. Again, another explaining more about our intelligence technology. Okay. Supports the production of endogenous antioxidants. This is very important for your health. And again, since you have cell essentials there, just to summarize that these are the many effects of cell essentials in the body, then benefits, you know, provides you energy. Probably you all have experienced this. You have more energy, you know, supports heart health, supports the brain and nerves in the body, may support the eyes, bones and teeth, mood, immunity. Why? Because there's so many components of cell essentials, the vital antioxidant and the
yang memberikan antioksidan dan juga mineral. Ada begitu banyak nutrisi di dalam sel esensial yang telah dibuktikan dalam riset.
Actually, next week we're talking about immunity, right? So we will see what are the products aside from cell essentials that can help with the immune system. So Usana is here to stay. We are still here, and hopefully many more years to come to provide you with the highest quality science-based products. Okay, that's our goal for you. And you know, we also have a safety monitoring section in Usana. This is under me. We monitor the safety of our products globally. So for example, it goes to Thailand, it goes to Indonesia. If there's a quality problem, it goes to quality control for reporting. Or if there's a complaint, for example, regarding health, it goes to us too. We monitor that. And if you have any questions, you know, the Ask the Scientist actually is mainly for the United States because it's compliant for United States. But you can read it for information, but some of the claims there are only applicable for United States. You have to remember that. So if you want to read it for your information, it's okay. But you have to remember that some of the information there are only applicable to United States. Like there are some claims that you cannot say in Indonesia or Thailand. So you have to make sure to clarify with your main office the claims that you can say for each of the product that you have in Thailand and Indonesia. But you can send your questions here because we answer questions globally. Okay? And also you send your questions to our emails if you have it. Send it here or send it to the email. Don't send it to Facebook. Okay? Some of the associates send their questions in the messenger. Better send it through the email. It's more official. Then you get an official response. If you send it to messenger, we miss it. I check Facebook once in a while. So if you send, better to send it by email. So thank you again. And I know this is a general overview. If in the future you want some specific product trainings, that can be requested. And so hope to see you sometime again in Salt Lake City when you're able to travel. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Roland, for your presentation. And we are very proud of you, yeah, one of the scientists who become of director in Usana. And you are came from Philippines, yeah, as the same region from Indonesia and Thailand also, yeah. So proud of Southeast Asia. Wow. Okay, now we will start the question and answer session. I already have some questions from the associate. And I will read the first question. Let me show the screen. Yes. Okay, the first question. One of the difference between Usana and others is that Usana focusing on cell. Can you explain why Usana focus on cell?
You know, we have the so-called intelligence technology. Okay, and I mentioned earlier that some of the products are classified as having intelligence technology, but not all of the products have intelligence technology. Okay, so the reason we have this intelligence technology is it follows a proven pathway in the body, for example, that will affect uh, target cells in the body. Okay, like for example, cell essentials is another example of a product with that. You know, it has so many pathways. I think in a different session we can explain it better because we can show you the pathways that are affected in the body. You know, although I want to tell you this, there are some products that may not have intelligence technology. Like we have some products that don't have that, but we know it still works because it's proven by clinical trials, right? But we really have specific products that have this, you're asking about cell effect that we can show through intelligence technology. I think we should send you a list. I'll send to Indonesia office the list of the products that are classified as under intelligence technology, you know. There are many terms related to this, like cell signaling pathway. But cell signaling is a very broad term, you know, very broad term. So we made it more specific to become intelligence technology. Okay. Like we have a product, but you don't have it yet there in Indonesia. We have a product called Copper Prime, a brain product, and it affects the brain-derived neurotrophic pathway. So we know the pathway that's being affected by that product. That's why it fell under intelligence technology. The skin product that you are using, Celavive, is also classified as intelligence technology. And you have a speaker that will talk about that in 3 weeks, you know, and she will show you why it's classified as intelligence technology, and she will show you all the pathways that the nutrients affect. Okay.
Okay, Dr. Roland, thank you for your answer for the first question. And then we move to the second question. How Usana choose the best raw material for the product and how much time it took to make one new product for Usana before launch?
Oh, you know, we search all over the world for the best products, you know. What are the criteria that we use? First of all, we have to make sure the ingredients that we buy, whether from United States or from Asia or even from Australia, we have to make sure the company making it is credible. It has credentials that they passed good manufacturing practices. Second, even if they're saying it's good, we have to test it ourselves. We have to test it ourselves to make sure they're not contaminated with any pesticides or fungus, bacteria, or any contaminant. And then third, the other question is, sometimes it takes 2 years, 3 years, sometimes 5 years to come up with a product, because you have to make sure that the ingredients that you put together, they work together. Sometimes there are ingredients that you put together and they fight each other, right? So the product will not work. And then you have ingredients that you put together, they work together very well. So that's a good product. Sometimes also the ingredients, they cause other ingredients to spoil early. So you cannot make a 2-year shelf life product, right? So you have to make the right combination. That's why I don't understand how some companies make products in 6 months. You know, when we do it, we do it painstakingly. From it takes years. There's a product development process that we follow. By the time we buy the ingredient, we formulate it, and so it takes years to make a product. You don't even include there the research that's being done before you buy the ingredient. You know, we do extensive research of all scientific literature to make sure the ingredient we're buying have a certain effect. You know, it's not only magic. You know, we really have to see objectively the ingredients that we need to buy and mix. That's why we pass all these NSF, USP, consumer lab. That's why we pass, because we make all the effort, long years to develop a product to make sure it's perfect. Mhm.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Roland, for your answer. Now we move to the third question. What is the importance of having pharmacist grade for Usana products?
The pharmaceutical grade is a qualification to make sure that you have the right dose. You have the right dose that will produce the desired effect. That's why we have that. It's just a testing that is USP grade. But you know that our products are not classified in the US, for example, or in many other countries. They're not classified as drugs. But we still have that USP grade qualification. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now the fourth question. I think this is personal for you. The question is: as a scientist in Usana, what makes you very proud to work as a scientist in Usana?
Okay. I'm a scientist, but I only do not there is very high. We have PhDs, we have all kinds of scientists that are highly qualified to choose the right ingredients and materials for you. But more importantly is the ethics in USANA. Okay? As a medical doctor too, I have to uphold ethics. I have a responsibility. I'm not treating patients in USANA because we're dealing with vitamins and minerals and it's not a hospital. But still, I have to preserve what I learn about honor and ethics. And we have that in USANA. Our vision is, you saw our vision in the first slides: integrity, you have to be honest and trustworthy; excellence, we don't settle for mediocre or low standard outputs. So I think more than being producing good products is the vision and ethics in USANA, because it follows. If you have a good vision and good ethics, then you end up producing good products too. If you have bad ethics, then you are producing products that might make money, but it doesn't do good to your community. you know That's what I'm proud of. Why I am with Usana.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Roland. Now is the last question. We apologize if not all the question we are read because it's time constraint.
Yeah, but Ronnie, if
Yes.
the questions that we have not answered, if you can gather them and send it to us, then we will try our best to answer them because I know our
Okay.
associates, they want their
Yeah.
questions to be answered.
Yeah.
So if we can get them and then you send it to us, then we will answer them. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. We will, Dr. Roland. Okay. The last question. Why Usana prefer upgrading the existing product rather than launch a new product?
What is it? Again, can you repeat it?
Okay. Why Usana prefer to upgrade the existing product rather than launch the new product?
Yeah, we do both. We do both, right? But the reason we upgrade because we know the original is already working. But science is progressing, right? Science is not dynamic. We may find an ingredient that is useful that we may add to an existing product and will make the existing product better than you already have. So for example, Cell Essentials works very well already based on clinical trial. But if we find an ingredient, for example, that improves it better, then we will add it. Okay? The same thing with proglucamine, for example, an immune product. We may upgrade it depending on what science say. Okay? And then of course we want to launch new products because we discover a lot of new ingredients that are useful for the health of the people, and sometimes the new products launch is also dictated by the demand of the consumers or the demand of the society or the situation. For example, now, because of the situation of the pandemic, we are not treating COVID. I want to make sure of that. But because we want to discover products that will support immunity, so we are constantly looking for ingredients or products that can do that, because we always need products that will support immunity, right? Or our health. So that's why improvement is always there. If you're not upgrading or not launching a new product, then it's not a good company. So we do both.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Roland, for your answer. I think your explanation give us all an understanding, of Usana product and what make it different with the others, So, okay, now we are in the end of the training. So it's time to invite our two amazing general manager from Usana, Thailand, and also Indonesia. For the first, we give to Sharini Satin Tarapakul, general manager from Usana, Thailand.
Yes. So before Sarini, I just want to thank everyone who checked in today, who listened. Hopefully, you can share it with your family, friends, and community. And thank you so much, Indonesia office and Thailand office, for organizing this. We are here to help. So if you have any questions, send us your emails.
Thank you very much, Dr. Roland.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Thank you so much because I appreciate a lot and especially when you were talking about integrity, that you sign a core value, that integrity will lead us to have to produce like the best product because to serve the community, because without the integrity we will just look at the money wise, but we will not look at the ethics and the quality of the product, and then we don't serve the community. This is like what I'm proud of, also working with this company. Thank you very much, Doctor.
Okay, thank you so much.
But from now on, I may excuse myself to speak in Thai.
Sure.
Because
Yes.
I will address whatever we have learned today in Thai so that we don't need to translate สำหรับวันนี้นะคะที่เราได้เรียนรู้ด้วยกันนะคะจากดร. แมดเดล่านะคะในวันนี้เนี่ยเราได้รู้กันอยู่แล้วนะคะถึงเรื่องของ Usana Core Value นะคะถือว่าอะไรที่เป็นคุณค่านะคะที่เป็นหลักนะคะของ Usana คือเรื่องของสุขภาพนะคะคือเรื่องของความยอดเยี่ยมนะคะเรื่องของหลักคุณธรรมนะคะแล้วก็เรื่องของการที่เรารับใช้ชุมชนนะคะซึ่งแม้ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องของผลิตภัณฑ์อย่างเดียวเนี่ยเราก็ต้องทำนะคะให้อยู่ใน4หัวข้อนี้ของ Usana Core Value นะคะอย่างที่ได้เรียนกันเมื่อสักครู่นี้ไปแล้วนะคะแล้วก็เราก็ได้เรียนรู้ว่าความแตกต่างนะคะของ Usana ในวันนี้เนี่ยเมื่อเทียบกันกับทำไมเราถึงแตกต่างจากแบรนด์อื่นๆนะคะในเรื่องของผลิตภัณฑ์โดยเฉพาะในเรื่องของผลิตภัณฑ์เนี่ยในแง่ของวิทยาศาสตร์ซึ่งเราผลิตภัณฑ์ของเราเนี่ยนะคะผลิตมาบนพื้นฐานของหลักวิทยาศาสตร์เลยนะคะไม่ใช่ในเรื่องของว่าเรื่องของความเชื่อเรื่องของตำนานนะคะเรื่องของแค่ความเชื่อเก่าแก่ปรำปราแต่ว่ามันได้มีผ่านการวิจัยนะคะผ่านการทดสอบผ่านเทคโนโลยีที่สุดยอดนะคะในการผลิตออกมาให้กับเราได้ใช้กันเพื่อจะส่งต่อนะคะวิสัยทัศน์ของดร. ไมรอน เวนส์ว่าเรานั้นจะให้อยากเห็นโลกที่ปราศจากความเจ็บไข้ได้ป่วยและความเจ็บปวดและเราเนี่ยจะเป็นUsanaนะคะจะเป็นครอบครัวที่มีสุขภาพดีที่สุดในโลกเพราะฉะนั้นทุกท่านได้มาถูกที่ถูกเวลานะคะในการที่เราจะส่งต่อสิ่งดีๆนะคะให้กับชุมชนของเราเหมือนเมื่อสักครู่นี้ค่ะสิ่งที่ดร. โรลันโดได้พูดถึงนะคะว่าการที่เรามีจริยธรรมที่ดีนะคะมีเรื่องของศีลธรรมที่ดีเนี่ยทำให้เราต้องคิดถึงทุกอย่างทุกแง่มุมไม่ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องของธุรกิจหรือเรื่องของผลิตภัณฑ์ที่จะให้เรานั้นเนี่ยสามารถที่จะรับใช้ชุมชนหรือรับใช้ผู้คนได้นะคะต้องขอบคุณทุกๆคนที่ได้พาตัวเองเข้ามาได้เรียนรู้และรับฟังกันในวันนี้ค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ Back to you Ronnie
Okay, thank you so much, Sarini Satin Tarapakul, our general manager from Usana, Thailand. So now for the second one, we give to Bapak Charles Suhada, our general manager from Usana, Indonesia.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you, Ronnie. Terima kasih banyak. It's been an amazing day today, I think. And especially Dr. Roland, thank you so much once again for sharing with us tonight. You know, it's already like almost 10 o'clock in Salt Lake, and there you are still with us. Yeah, Didi, I just want to thank you so much for your time, and I really hope that we will be able to see you in person as soon as we're back to the new normal. Hopefully, we'll have Dr. Roland in Indonesia. But of course, in the meantime, we're going to be seeing you for the next 3 weeks, I believe, because you'll be sharing so many other things with us. Yeah. So I'm just going to address our associates in Indonesia. So, by the way, this is really interesting because this is the first time we are doing a program together between the home office, Indonesia and Thailand. So thank you also for Sarini. Thank you for all the translators. I think this has been an amazing event that we should do more often, I guess. So thanks to the new normal, Bapak Ibu, kita bisa bawa Dr. Roland ke ruang tamu Anda gitu ya. Kalau dulu mungkin harus tunggu beliau datang dulu ke Indonesia dan itu butuh waktu. So sekali lagi ini menunjukkan Bapak Ibu bahwa look, Usana.
So this shows once again that Usana is a global company where you can see for yourself that today I and Sarini, Thailand GM, collaborate to bring about this amazing program to all of you. I think it shows that this company has this ability to do research, to leverage. Even today, Dr. Roland is before us it is something that hardly happen in other company. In Indonesia or in Usana globally, I will not speak further. I just want to remind you that we will share the detail. I'm sure that everybody tune in at 10 o'clock. Anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for your time, for your participation. Thank you also for inviting as many friends as you can to this event.
Anda untuk undang mereka juga untuk hadir 3 minggu lagi.
And please invite as many more people. So we have such an event. We are so happy because we can highlight why we're so different. And I'm sure that you can share and express the same thing.
Di sini bisa bergabung di sana dan memiliki once in a lifetime experience untuk membantu banyak orang melalui Usana tentunya. Sekali lagi saya ucapkan terima kasih and back to you, Ronnie. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Pak Charles Suhada, General Manager from Usana Indonesia. So once again, on behalf of Usana Indonesia and also Usana Thailand, thank you so much, Dr. Rolando Maddela.
Terima kasih, Dr. Roland, atas nama Usana Indonesia, untuk Usana Thailand dan Indonesia. Terima kasih untuk mereka dari Thailand dan Indonesia telah bergabung dengan kami. Dan jangan lupa, minggu depan di 6 Agustus jam 10 pagi akan ada training webinar dengan Dr. Rolando dan topiknya akan sangat menarik, yaitu mendukung sistem kekebalan. Dan sampai ketemu minggu depan. Dan
thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Good night, Dr. Rolando. Good day for everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.